Emotional intelligence helps people to communicate with others more effectively, manage their behavior and emotions, and make decisions that lead to the best results. And although this feature doesn't have any connection with how smart a person is, low emotional intelligence can create additional difficulties on a person's way to success. 1. Having difficulties with understanding the feelings of other people. People with low emotional intelligence, which is also called low EQ, don't notice or don't understand the feelings of those around them. They can't grasp why some people may be angry at them, and this inability to understand the situation makes them annoyed. On the whole, emotions seem to be an exasperating disadvantage to low EQ people. 2. Blaming others for existing emotional problems. You probably realize that emotions are just reflections of what you feel on the inside, but people with low EQ believe that they can blame others for their emotional state. Such people don't want to accept the responsibility for their feelings. Well, sometimes it's indeed hard to admit that nobody but you is in charge of your life. 3. Considering others overly sensitive. People with low emotional intelligence may not realize that they're doing something inappropriate. For example, they may be cracking jokes while those around them mourn or feel depressed. And when low EQ people don't get the reaction they expect, they may decide that others are being too. It's a big challenge for people with a lack of emotional intelligence to interpret the emotions of other people, and as a result, they may misjudge a situation. 4. Having unexpected emotional outbursts. One of the most critical elements of emotional intelligence is the ability to control your emotions. Unfortunately, people whose EQ isn't very developed tend to lose control over their reactions. It often leads to overblown and sudden emotional outbursts. 5. Lacking empathy. Now that you know low EQ people are unable to understand the feelings of others, that's the reason why they have a lack of empathy. Since they can't catch the nuances of somebody's emotional state, they can't imagine themselves in this person's shoes. 6. Having difficulties with keeping friends. Low EQ people often create an impression of cold and uncaring. That is the reason why they have problems with making and keeping friends. Close friends are supposed to give each other emotional support, but those who have a lack of emotional intelligence aren't able to provide this. 7. Being unable to deal with emotionally charged situations. Powerful emotions can baffle even high EQ people. As for those who don't have enough emotional intelligence, for them, it's often unbearably hard to handle situations which are too emotionally charged. These people don't understand what's happening and can't figure out how to solve the problem. Low EQ people prefer to walk away rather than to deal with all the emotional turmoil. On top of that, in these situations, they are particularly likely to close off and hide their real emotions deep inside.